In three, two, one, go.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the second episode of Loosely Outlined.
The podcast that's loosely outlined. It's not about nothing, bro.
We don't even have an intro.
You didn't even tell people who you were.
Oh, I'm Zaea J.
Yeah. And I'm the Black Hokage, aka TBH.
And this is Todd.
Why he's not gonna talk. He's
shy.
He's built like a donut, is what he is.
I'm fucking built like a donut, especially after tonight. By the way, happy 5-year anniversary.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. Freaking, let's just talk about, first of all, today's Memorial Day in which we're recording this. You support the troops, right?
Yes.
Yeah, support the troops, man. Like, they out there, fighting the good fight and all that stuff, so we can be free to record completely pointless podcasts like this. So I actually brought up Memorial Day because, first of all, I got on all white. Aren't you not supposed to wear white on Memorial or after Memorial Day or something like that? Let me show y'all my fit. Let me see.
I don't know, honestly. Please
let
us know.
You see how I'm coming?
Okay, it's gonna turn into that.
Fucking, I got all white on for Memorial, and I wanted to bring up, like, give me like some positive stories that you've had with like the troops and stuff. Support the troops. Go ahead.
Well, my parents are military. Well, I guess they got out of the military, but growing up, they were in the military, so like we moved a lot and everything. A lot of people make sacrifices.
Right.
So, I respect it.
What's your favorite branch of the military?
See, that's a hard question. Like, I'm gonna go with what my parents were, which is Army.
Okay.
I don't like the way you're looking at me.
Why don't you like the look? I was just asking. I mean, you got the Army, the Marines, the Air Force. I think I'm more of a Space Force type of guy. I would, if they guarantee everybody gets a Gundam or something like that, I think I would join the Space Force. I don't really like Trump, but like that's probably like the one good thing that he did. You don't want to go to space?
Stay down here unless it's absolutely necessary that I have to go to space.
At some point, I think we all will have to colonize space for the simple fact that we got 7 billion people on Earth, and it's only going to keep going up, especially because people don't know what contraception is. They don't know what birth control is. So, like, we keep having babies.
Like
we're running out of food.
In the store today.
What are you talking about?
When we were at the mall.
I actually don't remember.
The stores at capacity because they had like 20 of their family members.
Hey, let them know you were spending money. What store was you in? What store was you in?
Oh, that was Coach.
Yeah, we was in a Coach store. She was buying up all the bags and stuff. I think you got a Birkin today too, didn't you?
I definitely didn't. I'm pretty sure they don't even sell Birkins here.
In San Antonio?
Yeah. Why would they sell Birkins here?
There was a Gucci store. I'm pretty sure there's Birkin here. Like, they probably don't sell a lot. So like the what's the word? The inventory is probably really low in San Antonio. They maybe keep like 2 or 3 Birkins in the city.
Keep
That's
it underground.
Yeah, because like getting a Birkin in San Antonio is like getting a nuke in Call of Duty. It's like really rare. Like most people just can't get it.
Well, it definitely wasn't at the mall that we were at. That's for sure.
Yeah. We were in the Coach store earlier today, and we couldn't get in because they limit the amount of people that go in there because I guess they want to keep people from like stealing or something like that.
I think it's because of COVID.
COVID too,
because before they didn't give a shit about how many people were in there.
Yeah, and it was kind of weird because we couldn't get in because there was one family in there. Dude had like 7 people in there, and only one person was spending money. And we're looking like it's only 2 of us. You got all these kids running around in this expensive ass store. Why don't y'all go get Aunt Anne's and get a pretzel or something like that?
Auntie Annie's.
Auntie Annie's, you like Auntie Annie's?
I think I call it Auntie Annie's. I don't know I think it is Auntie Anne's or Auntie Anne. Aunt Anne's.
All I know is them cinnamon pretzels are the devil.
They're good. The pizza pretzels too, if you haven't tried those.
I've never had those ones.
Those are dangerous.
I tweeted them one time and I was like, yo, how many likes I get for a sponsorship? They followed me, but like nothing ever came from it. So I don't know. Like maybe y'all can give me. Actually, I don't know because I don't know if I want to eat that stuff.
I don't need to add to my fupa.
Yeah. Going back to Memorial Day, though, my positive story I wanted to share about the military is because we support the troops over here. I remember, I think I was either like 15 or 16. My dad was in the military as well. And I used to go to the military gym every day to work out when I was in high school. And being in the gym means you naturally would be in the locker room. And I remember one day I was in the locker room, and like the way the locker room was set up it was like a big U. So there would be like lockers here, then some up against the wall, and then some up against the other wall. And you can walk around or whatever and get to the saunas or the showers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I was on one side of the wall, and then they were on the other side of like the U. And I overheard a conversation between 2 soldiers. They couldn't have been older than like 25, at least the way they was talking. I don't think. I overheard a conversation, and they were just like, "Yo, bro," he's like, what? It was a Monday. He's like, "Yo, bro, what'd you do this weekend?" He's like, "Bro, I went out and I fucked with this chick, bro. She had big 40-pound tits, bro. And he was like, dude was like, no way. He's like, bro, I'm telling you, she had the big melons, bro. And he's like, I'm telling you, her boobs were 40 fucking pounds. And like, still, this is a true story, by the way. I'm not trying to be funny. Still to this day, I think about that guy, where he is in life. And I always can't help but wonder, like, how did he know her titties were 40 pounds? Like,
You put him on a scale.
you think like right there, like after the date, he's like, all right, just lay him down. We need to weigh him.
We weighed him one at a time.
Freaking. So shout out to him. I don't know where you are in life. If you ever hear this podcast, man, shout out to you and the 40-pound boob lady.
Shout out to her.
I know her back hurt.
Like probably.
Freaking. So let's talk about our day. What we do today, Zay?
We went to the mall.
What else was there to do?
My feet hurt so bad.
No, first of all, that's not the first thing that we did today.
And we didn't eat anything.
Freaking, you forgot to say we went to the hood today.
We did go to the hood.
Yeah, we was on the south side of San Antonio. Yeah, tell people unfamiliar about the south. I love how I bring up the south side of San Antonio. She has this big ass grin on her face. Tell people about the south side before we get into our story.
What do you mean? Tell them about the south side.
Like, tell them some things you've seen on the south side, like some of the best rappers coming out the south side of San Antonio.
Okay, we're not talking about any of the rappers going on the south side of San Antonio, but you know, all the good food is there. All the good like vegan food is there. So
on the south side,
yeah,
vegan food.
Yeah.
And you didn't take me.
Mm-mm.
So you had me in the hood, and then we didn't even go to like the best food spots.
We could have went to Vegan Avenue. I like Vegan Avenue.
It's actually like a street called Vegan Avenue.
No, the place is called Vegan Avenue.
And does it have like a line of like restaurants with like a bunch of vegan stuff, or is just the place is called?
No, like the restaurant is called Vegan Avenue.
I'm an idiot.
But you know they do like really good breakfast stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing there?
They have like this quinoa bowl. And it's spicy. It has like quinoa, avocado, peppers.
And they got that in the hood. Shout out to them. I didn't even know that, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of in the gentrified area.
It's hood adjacent.
Yeah.
Freaking yo, tell them too. Like we rode up to the south side. We was playing. What was playing? Saweetie or something? Yeah, we was playing Saweetie.
I don't know.
Just go on my story.
Well, we bought Saweetie Edge Control today.
That's true. First of all, we didn't get anything.
I bought Saweetie Edge Control today.
let people.
Edges.
Most of our initial audience is probably gonna come from me, which means most of them are male. So go ahead and explain to people, what is Saweetie's Edge Control? Is it like the Chaos Control, the Chaos Emerald with Sonic and Shadow?
Well, your edges. So you know when you put your hair in a ponytail or you have your hair down, your baby hairs. You get some edge control, put on a little brush, put on a little toothbrush, and you brush your baby hairs down.
What do baby hairs mean to you? Like why do you want to achieve that?
I mean, a lot of people, you don't have to put your baby hairs down. A lot of people like the look of not having your baby hairs down, but I think it just makes it, like when I do my ponytail, I think it just like completes my ponytails.
Okay.
Got the little swoopies.
Yeah, we was riding around on the south side. She was like, she's like, keep your thing cocked. That's what Zay said, keep your thing cocked. She's like, you never know when some shit gonna go down. But honestly, we pulled up. You see, I had the all white outfit. As you can see, I've had this on all day and I have not gotten dirty. I don't have them on now, but I had my chains on. I had like 6 chains on and shit. Fucking, the music was loud. And when we got out the car to go into the hair store, everybody in the hood showed me love. They was like, TBH.
Yeah, that's not how that went.
Why are you lying on me?
You gotta tell them the truth.
What is the truth?
Not that.
So we just went to the hood to get some edge control.
Yeah, nobody was like, oh my God.
I mean, that's how it went in my head. But I mean, if you want, I mean, they say there's one person, there's one side story, the other side, and then there's the truth, like somewhere in the middle. So I mean, like maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. What we just said.
Sure.
You know what we did see in the store? Remember the sodas?
Yeah, I don't got my Timbs on. I got my sodas on.
Yeah, we was in this hood like beauty store stuff, and they had a shoe section in there, but they didn't have no Timbs. I posted it on my IG story. They didn't have Timbs. I thought they were Timbs, but no, they had what were called sodas. And if you actually touched them, you could tell that like they weren't Timbs. Like it was like a rusty. They look like Timbs, but they're already rusted out already. But they're new. That didn't make any sense.
Rusty?
Yeah, it was kind of rusty.
Okay. Dusty, maybe?
Dusty. Ooh. I mean, yeah, same difference. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what you would, if I bought you a pair of sodas, you'd be upset?
You know, I don't think it'd be my first choice of shoe to wear.
Yeah, your first choice is them aspirin pills, right?
Yes, sir.
Stomping in my.
Aspirin pills.
Oh my God, you supposed to have Air Force One. Hell nah. So
I gotta get some black Air Forces.
we was riding through the hood. We went to that beauty supply store. Then we went to another beauty supply store.
Yeah, I like the second one.
You spent a lot of money today. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty impressed.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, your bank account looking like.
Don't get it twisted. I'm brokey.
Yeah, you're right. Freaking. What did we went to the mall after that? That's when we went to the mall after we came from the.
We did go to the mall right after that. Yeah.
Yeah, we hit the mall. We bought it all. People were showing us love and shit. They was like autographing and shit. They was like, "Yo, episode 1 ain't even dropped yet," because we over here bulk recording. But we was like, when we hear it, we know it's gonna blow up. I think that's what somebody else said. I like how she just goes along with what I said. I appreciate that. It really keeps it on. And then what else happened after we had hit the mall? We went to dinner, right?
We went to dinner, yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of this place that we went to?
Eddie V's.
Eddie V's. Very bougie, very upscale. What did you get?
We got lobster. Okay, wait. So we got bread. I love bread. They just give you bread on the table with butter. And then we got a crab cake, which I've never had a crab cake before, and that was actually really, really, really good.
I suggested it. I put her on. She was like, I never had it before. I said, get what you want, girl. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. So she ate it, and then like her face lit up. Yo, you know what's funny? She was eating the crab cake. It had like, was it like a mayonnaise or something? What was that sauce that it had on it?
There was like a sauce on it, and I was like, I'm about to do some ghetto shit right
She
now.
damn near licked the plate, bro. She had that joint in her face. I was like, yo, you really? Because normally I was telling her normally crab cakes come in like a pair of 3, but this is some bougie spot. They only gave us 1 crab cake. She tore that joint up and then she licked the plate after. I was like,
I didn't lick the plate, but I mean, I grabbed a piece of bread and I wiped the sauce off of the plate with the bread.
Yeah. So you cleaned the plate.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let that go to waste.
I feel you. I'm not mad at it, especially because it was expensive. So you know, you get it.
Gotta get every last bit of it.
It was good. We was eating good, and then we got lobster. It gave us 2 tails, 2 big ass tails, and then we split.
I've never seen a lobster tail that big.
I don't know how big are they normally, because that was my first time ever really having lobster.
I don't know. I've seen it at the grocery store, and then when I got it at Red Lobster.
Is it like the size of like Tom's head normally?
Yes.
That's for real. Like a lobster tail?
No, it's probably the size of his arm, like this.
Yeah, there were some big joints, but they was good. It was good.
They were really, really good. And then we got some macaroni and cheese, truffle macaroni and cheese, and then Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, they also gave us a complimentary salmon and cracker with like some cheese.
The salmon and cracker was probably the size of like 2 AA batteries.
No, I thought you said it was the size of the
like
Nintendo Switch cartridge. Yeah.
Like a little bit bigger than a Nintendo Switch cartridge. Well, the way they described it was like, oh, we're going to bring you this bread. It's going to have salad and like all this stuff sprinkled on top. And they bring it and it's like one little tiny cup.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That shit was hella disappointing. That man described that shit for a whole hour just for that little thing.
I was like, oh, thank you.
But hey, that salmon, as soon as we bit into it,
was so good.
Because they told us that like they get their fish fresh out of the Gulf, and then like a day later it's in their restaurant, so it's super fresh. And I said, I was like, yo, this is some fresh salmon. I could taste it even in that little bite.
It was really good. I didn't want to swallow it.
It's rare that I'm impressed, but I was thoroughly impressed. Like, because you were impressed by that little Thai restaurant that we went to. I was like, that was all right. That restaurant we just came from was pretty impressive. And then I think the highlight of the night though is so like the dude, our server, which by the way I don't remember his name, but he was fucking hilarious. He was really nice.
Yeah.
He was very helpful. I had to tip him nicely.
He was really nice.
He came over and he was like, we were talking, and he was like, is it like a special occasion tonight? And then me and her, like, I love how me and her be in sync because we both just like looked at each other and then we laughed. And then he's like, what? He's like, I feel like there's an inside joke we're missing here. And then I was like, well, yeah. I was like, you're right. How'd you know? It's our anniversary. We're not dating. We've never dated, bro. So I was like, yeah, it's our anniversary. It's our 5-year anniversary. We're in love and all this other shit. And he was like, that's so dope. He's like, I'm gonna get something special for you. So what'd he do for us?
Bro, it was so much. I feel like an asshole. They brought out
I don't care how much money I make. I love free shit.
Yeah. I mean, it tasted really good. So they brought out a plate that said like happy anniversary in chocolate. And it had I don't know what it had, like these 2 cookies, some ice cream, and like this banana thing, and then they set it on fire.
Yo, yeah, he had like I've never even seen that before. It was like a cup of fire, and then he poured it on what?
He lit it, and then he poured it on top of like that banana cake thing.
Yeah, he was like, "This is for y'all 5-year anniversary." So then me and her just sitting there giggling the whole time, and then once he walks away, we tasted the dessert. That shit was fire too.
I didn't want to share it with you.
Word. Yeah, you was tearing it up. You talking about the banana part, right?
Yeah, because like I don't like chocolate, so I was like, you could have the 2 cookies.
Oh, I thought you were allergic to chocolate. It's just nuts.
It's just yeah, I just have a nut allergy. I just don't like the way chocolate tastes. I like white chocolate, but I don't really like.
White chocolate is good, but it's too rich. Like you can only have like a bite or two. I feel like.
Yeah, you can't have a lot of it.
What happens when you eat nuts?
I die. No, I'm just kidding. No, my body like breaks out in hives.
That was pretty dark. You okay?
Yeah, no, fine. But like, my body breaks out in hives.
Okay. So it's not like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, like the girl turns into a big.
No, like I don't
blueberry.
need an EpiPen or anything.
Okay, that's good to know. So I don't ever gotta hit you with that shit.
No, but it's very uncomfortable.
So long story short, yeah, the dessert was really good. I'm not mad she didn't want to share it. I had to tip him really nicely because he was very helpful. I would eat there again. You can't eat there all the time because it's fucking expensive. But
I could probably get like a side.
Yeah.
I can't afford that shit. But I mean, also he like on the receipt he wrote "Happy 5 year."
Yeah, I posted it on my IG story if anybody wants to see it. But by this point, by the time this episode even drops, because it'll be
It's
like
gonna be
weeks.
gone.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be gone. So you had to have seen it. But we were fucking dying laughing because it was like,
I felt like an asshole.
I feel like that should be like our inside joke now. Like when we go to different restaurants,
They're gonna catch on.
we could become the San Antonio food bandits. We're like, we're known, we're known for going from fucking restaurant to restaurant telling people it's our anniversary. And then one day we get caught because, like, let's say that guy that just served us today, let's say he leaves that job and goes to another restaurant. We go eat at that other restaurant. And he'll be like, it's your anniversary. Wait a minute. Last month I was at Eddie's and you said it was your anniversary. And now it is again. You guys finessing? And it would be like, yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you got to be a gangster to be like, yeah.
No, you have to be like, are you saying that because we're black?
Wow. Be like, that's crazy. Y'all said that because I was black and I got all white on. You should know I'm holy, but you still looking at me like I'm a black man. That's crazy.
Anyway, that food, it makes sense why they had a lot of high ratings online. That place was very, very, very good.
Shout out to Eddie V's. I would recommend definitely going there. It's one of the few like really good food spots that I've been to in San Antonio.
Yeah, I would definitely go.
Just make sure you got money because it's not cheap. But ladies, if you good? Am I boring you that much?
No, I had some wine, so I'm a little sleepy.
Yeah, she had some wine, all that the dessert we had and the good food. She got the itis. I
did get the itis.
Maybe we should call that the episode "Fighting a Food Coma" or "Fighting the Itis" or something like
Fighting the itis. Just put happy 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
It's our anniversary.
Oh, if you're watching the video version, make sure to leave a comment on the YouTube. Be like, wish us a happy 5-year anniversry. Put that in the comments. Be like, happy 5-year anniversary. I want to see y'all spam that in the comment. That would be fucking hilarious.
No. Don't do that.
All right. So yeah, we came from there. Then we went to CVS, and now we're just recording. It was a pretty uneventful day because I mean it's San Antonio.
Why did we go to CVS?
Oh, to get some gas X. Because why you put me on blast?
Sorry.
That's why we went to CVS. Now, I don't know if the mic picked it up, but if you're watching the video version, you should be able to see it because she moved the mic away.
Sorry.
She started burping. Oh, she started burping.
Put a blur over that.
We don't need to see all that. Freaking, yeah, she started getting all gassy and shit. I was like, that's gross, bro. So we need to get you some Gas X.
Okay, calm down. That was your idea.
Well,
I would have been fine.
Black people are lactose intolerant.
That cheese was good, though.
It was. The mac and cheese we had truffle in it, right?
And the ice cream. Yeah, the mac and cheese had truffles. The ice cream had ice cream in it, you know.
That's deep. Anything else? Did the cookies have cookies in it? Freaking, yeah, we've been eating too good. I'm definitely about to go on a cleanse when I get back to Florida.
I mean, there's not really anything to do but eat.
Unfortunately, yeah, I could see why there's a lot of fupas here, but it is what it is. Now imagine somebody's got headphones on and they hear that foolishness. They're gonna be like,
I'm so sorry.
make sure to rate this podcast 5 stars.
In your ear.
I thought you said you were gonna start barking.
I can't bark in someone's ear. Here.
That is fucking weird. You know what? We forgot to say at the beginning of the episode that the show is now available on all major podcast platforms.
Yes, it is.
Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, all that BS. Make sure to rate us 5 stars on Apple. Do you believe in aliens?
Is it Stitcher, right?
Stitcher, yeah.
Stitcher, not Snitcher, because we're not snitches.
That was, dude, that was fucking awful, bro. But you're right. We don't. No, we're not gonna just slide past that. I just realized. Yeah, you know where I'm going. What did you say to me earlier today? Because she just lied on this camera and said we not snitches. What did you say to me earlier today?
I didn't say anything.
I forgot what story she told me. I'm gonna make you confess on the fucking camera. She told me some story and she was like, if some shit popped off, she's like, I would have snitched, and she proudly said that shit. What were you telling me? What were you telling me?
Cause I don't like that story. I was at a video shoot. I don't like telling the story. I was at a video shoot. There was lots of lean and
you say a lot of lean
and recreational drugs.
Right. Allegedly.
They had some oregano, like pounds of oregano.
Allegedly.
I don't even know how I got in that situation, but and allegedly had
illegal firearms.
Giant illegal firearms.
Allegedly. Right.
And I never met these people before. It was there for the photos.
Right. You were there to shoot behind the scenes photos of the music video.
Yeah. So I was there. Yeah. And so I was like, I wouldn't want to get in trouble for that. Like, I don't even do any drugs or anything. Like, I barely drink. And I was just saying, if we got caught, I was just like, I would have snitched. But I wouldn't have actually snitched.
You know, jokes are half truths, right?
No, I wouldn't want them to come for me later.
Oh, you think they send the shooters after you if you snitched?
I mean, they obviously had weapons.
Yeah, but you know, on rap videos, some of that stuff be fake. They be. Did you actually see them unload the weapons and stuff?
They're unloaded, and I was like,
Did they have the joints with the lasers?
Yeah, they had lasers. It was like a light show, and I was just in the corner like, ooh.
FBI is listening to the podcast right now. Write that down.
Allegedly.
They had the lasers. Yeah, allegedly.
It didn't happen. This was all a dream. Good night. Hello.
Yeah. Earth-2. It was on Earth-2.
It was on Earth-2, yeah.
Absolutely. But back to what I was saying before we was talking about the snitching, which thank you, by the way. You snitched on yourself. Proof of my point. You're a snitch.
Okay, whatever.
So don't tell Zaea anything. What do you believe in aliens?
I don't think we're the only things out here.
Why?
Why would we be? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm not quite. I believe aliens are real, but I'm just asking, trying to dig deeper. That's too simple of an answer.
The galaxy is huge, and there's like a bunch of other planets, and then there's also stuff that we haven't explored that's like light years away also. So who's to say that we're the only living things in the entire galaxy?
Right. I think because scientists have found water on other planets, I believe that there are alien species on other planets. I just think that maybe they don't look the way that we think they look from like TV and movies.
But also, who's to say they need water?
That's deep.
The fuck?
What do you think? What do you think they need? Boba?
Yes.
We all need boba.
So boba, but you can send me there. That's fine. I'll be the first volunteer.
Fucking boba planet. That shit would be crazy. And like, it's just like little cute green aliens. Remember the cute little green aliens from Pizza Planet and Toy Story?
Yeah.
They're just walking around sipping on boba and shit. You like, you want wine?
That sounds nice.
Man,
It'd probably get boring after a while though.
Yeah, you'd have a fupa by the end of the month. Yeah, so all that damn condensed
Everyone's
milk.
just flying around and rolling around on the planet.
Yeah, you know the government said that aliens exist. I think it was the FBI. They said it like a week or two ago. Like an article came out and like it didn't really make like national news.
I'd like to meet one.
What do you think they'd be like? You think they'd be friendly or not?
I mean, they're probably already like here with us. I'd like to learn.
Are you an alien?
I mean, I wish.
Why?
Because we suck.
I feel like that's something an alien would say.
The human race kind of is poo-poo.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, like we're not. I mean, we are pretty advanced, but the way they make it seem, like in the movies and stuff, they're like far more advanced. Or the things that you do hear about, like leaks, like them leaking alien stuff or like information, like they're way smarter than we are. We're like behind. I mean, the U.S. is behind all the other countries anyway,
Yeah, you're
for
right.
the most part. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like I could learn a lot. They probably have some like really cool technology, like beaming up
So you
food.
think they're blending in with us?
Maybe, yeah, maybe they're studying us or something. I don't
Martian Manhunter from the Justice League, like when he's not the green one. Justice
Oh.
League was Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's a green alien. Have you seen him before?
No.
Okay. There's a character on there, Martian Manhunter. He's one of the main members.
Mm-hmm.
He can transform into anything he sees basically. And when he's not doing superhero shit, he poses as a black man on Earth.
So you're talking about Green Lantern?
No, that's Green Lantern. Green Lantern is Hal Jordan or what's the black one's name? But they're humans.
Okay.
Well, some of them are aliens because some of them come from different planets. They're space police, but that's not the same thing. Martian Manhunter literally comes from Mars.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that then.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put you on game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he can literally transform into anything, and he poses as a black man on Earth. And that made me think. I was like, I wonder how many other aliens pose as black people to blend in. Because I mean, everybody on Earth already wants to be black, you know. So I was like, of course, if aliens, let me get my shit off, bro.
I mean, yeah.
So like, if aliens came, I was like, yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening because they like the drip. They see the all white. So what if they were hostile? Would you serve the country?
No.
Yeah, there's a saying that I'd rather serve crack before I serve my country. Do you agree with that?
Well, I wouldn't want to serve crack either.
Yeah, I wouldn't serve crack, but it's like an extreme example. Like you just
Yeah.
don't want to do it. Freaking.
I'm frail and like fragile. I'd probably like trip and break my leg or something anyway.
Yeah, I think about it. I've never really seen you run, and I just seen you walk in hills, and you twisted your ankle almost 3 times.
Okay, I didn't twist my ankle. That's a lie.
When we came out of
I
CVS,
was walking weird because my feet were hurting. I showed you the lines on my feet.
well, I didn't say I understand that, but like you were purposely doing it, but you still almost twisted your ankle.
There's no part of that where my ankle twisted.
I said almost.
There's no part where my ankle almost went into a twist.
I was watching your legs.
Well, I was feeling my legs because they're my legs. And I'm telling you that there's no part of that walk.
You look like a boxer in the 12th round, knees a little shaky. I don't know.
At my feet, the front of my feet hurt. That's why.
I guess. What do you think aliens eat?
I don't know. They probably eat the same thing that we do.
But you just said they don't need water, though. What if they
I'm
don't
saying
need water?
who's to say they need water?
They probably eat pho.
Maybe. Or
'Cause
maybe they eat humans.
they wouldn't eat. Would they eat you?
I probably have no nutritional value.
Yeah, your iron's a little low.
I do. Yeah, I'm an anemic guy. I have low iron
Yeah, I think aliens need iron or something like that. So maybe they would eat me instead.
and sleepy.
I can tell. You want me to bop you upside the head, knock your wig off?
Don't. My wig is secured today.
You spending money on it?
Yeah.
Big money?
Not really.
I saw how much they cost. You spent a lot of money.
That's not a lot compared to wigs that are like $500.
Why, for the fellas listening, explain to me why a wig would cost $500.
It's real hair. It comes from another person.
Oh, the Remy shit.
Yeah, it's just like 100% human hair.
Remy boys, 17.
Please, you look so serious whenever you were saying that. But yeah, it costs more for human hair, and then it looks more natural than synthetic hair. It's a whole nother conversation. But it really depends.
Right. So, like, what separates a good wig from a bad wig to you besides synthetic and real?
The lace front.
Well,
Because that's what makes it look natural.
So like in looking as natural as possible.
Yeah, you don't want your wig to look wiggy, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes you can't help it, but whatever.
Do you have a fear of like someone running up and just snatching your wig off your head?
Well, that would fucking hurt because it's
glued?
Glued to my head.
Gorilla glue?
No.
What kind of glue?
Just like got to be freeze spray.
Elmer's.
No.
Got to be free spray.
Yes.
It's a brand.
Yes.
Sounds.
So it's in a yellow spray can, and then that's why people were saying that the Gorilla Glue girl got it confused. Because the Gorilla Glue is also in a spray can.
So I actually have Gorilla Glue in my house. I have several little bottles, and I've never accidentally ever picked up a bottle of Gorilla Glue.
Well, she had the spray.
But let me tell you why I would never confuse that spray. I've never seen it, and why I would never confuse it with Gorilla Glue. Have you ever seen Gorilla Glue?
It has a gorilla on it, right?
There's a big ass gorilla on it. Is there a big ass gorilla on the hairspray?
That'd be a little racist.
So let's not make excuses for gorilla hair girl. Hell nah.
I don't know. Maybe she's in a rush. I have no idea.
Yeah, people are weird. Kind of like.
I feel bad for her fucking scalp. Imagine not being able to scratch your damn scalp.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like there's like, I don't know. Maybe guys with longer hair can relate, but when your hair is like in a bun or a ponytail all day, why are you kicking the camera? If your hair's like in a bun or a ponytail all day, and then you take it down at the end of the day and you just like scratch your head, like it's a great feeling. And she couldn't do that because she had like fucking helmet hair for God knows how long.
True. Didn't she have to get like some type of procedure or something to get it fixed?
She had to get surgery to get it fixed. She got the surgery for free.
But then she tried to sue Gorilla Glue though because she couldn't read.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't have enough information about that, but I'm pretty sure it says no contact on the skin.
Right.
But people were like, "Oh, well, that doesn't say hair." So like, but I mean, I guess, and then other people.
Is your scalp not skin?
A lot of people were arguing that your hair is a part of your skin.
Yeah, like is your scalp not the skin on your head?
Girl, I don't know.
You just call me a girl?
Boy, I don't know. Man, I don't know. Corey, I don't know.
That's my name. Thank you. Freaking, people are weird, man. So if you're rushing through the store, please read so you don't end none of that stuff up in your head.
I don't know, I mean, I feel like they're probably in two completely different sections of the store too, but whatever.
You know, that's a very valid point. Like the tools and the gear are completely different from the hair supplies.
It's like hardware, saws, and Gorilla Glue, and then it's like hair, nails, lashes.
Right.
Like,
Let's not make excuses for the foolish. Like you took
I don't
that
know.
It is what it is.
Well,
man.
I'm glad her scalp is fixed.
Yeah. Nobody ever wants a bloody scalp.
Ugh, it sounds painful.
Yeah. Speaking of weirdos, did you see this stuff with first of all, did you see the gameplay reveal for fucking I was about to say Dishonored.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. It's the sequel. Did you see it?
Yes.
What did you think?
I thought it was cool.
That's it?
Yeah, I liked it.
That's deep.
Yeah, very.
That's one of the things that like I'm really gonna love about this podcast. Zay's just deep, intricate thoughts on gaming. Like that shit
I'm
is
gonna
dope.
play it. I'm gonna like it. It's my dad's favorite game, or one of his favorite games.
Oh yeah, I thought it was Assassin's Creed.
It's next to Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Horizon's like his favorite.
It's similar because in my opinion, Horizon is like a futuristic version of like Tomb Raider with like robot alligators and dinosaurs and shit like that. It's very similar.
Yeah, I told him he would like Tomb Raider. I don't think he's played it. Maybe I'll just buy it for him and be like, here you go.
You could probably get it for cheap now too.
I'd like to get him a PS5. I know he was looking for one. I think he still has like, no, I don't know if he has a PS4. Probably.
You should tell him to enter one of my giveaways. Freaking,
okay. If I see one, I'll buy it for him.
For sure. Yeah, if anybody's the PS5 plug, let us know. What's your Twitter?
At Zaea J.
Boom. Hit her up. Be like, I got a PS5. But reasonable prices only.
Yeah, I'm brokey.
But yeah, Horizon Forbidden West, it looked really dope. It looked like the first like kind of next gen PS5 game. Like it looked visually really good, and it sucks because a lot of people are not going to be able to play it because there's a chip shortage. That's why there's not a lot of PS5s and Xbox Series X's. So the only real workaround is you guys can make sure to watch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/theblackokage. You can watch me play it because I got it. But I'm looking forward to it. It looks cool. But the reason I even brought it up is because there's a tweet that went viral on Twitter. And we were talking about weirdos. And I was like, oh, that's a good segue. It was some weirdo on Twitter. He said on Twitter, and I quote, he says, "Is it me or Sony be making their lead female protagonist look masculine as hell? Barely no curves or rough, non-feminine features, unlike the average woman. Like The Last of Us 2's Ellie, etc. Just saying, hashtag my 2 cents. Pick from the game on the left, fan made on the right. Hire the fans. I'm gonna put this in the camera
He really
too.
said cough, cough. I was really confused.
So I don't know if you guys can see in the video version. Come on, camera. Whatever. You could kind of see it. But he showed like the picture of like Alloy, which is the name of the character, and then he was comparing it to a fan made pic, and he was saying that the main character Alloy looks too masculine. So what do you think about all that?
I think. Wait, what? Aloy doesn't even look masculine, anyways. But
I don't
that's
think
so
she does either.
No, but that's so dumb. Like every female character doesn't have to look super quote unquote feminine.
Okay, I take it back. She does look a little rough around the edges, but I don't really care.
It's not like she's doing her damn makeup in the middle of the woods.
That's where I actually was gonna go with that, and that's why I think the statement is stupid, because I'm like, yo, bro, did you play the original game? It literally takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. The entire government of the world collapses. It is ran by fucking dinosaur robots and shit. Cause some future, like, I don't want to spoil the story, but it's a chaotic world, and all she's worried about is surviving with her tribe. If anything, I was actually complaining because I noticed in the gameplay, I thought it was weird that it's like me nitpicking, but I noticed her skin was like super clear, and I'm like, yo, she's like sliding through the mud in the jungle and stuff. You would thought she would have been a little bit more dirty, but like her being like masculine, I would imagine she was masculine because she has to fucking survive in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, but not everything's like tailored to you, and like not everything's tailored to men and having the women look good for them.
I was just checking how long it was.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that every once in a while.
Yeah, but everything's not tailored to women looking, in your opinion, good, because I think she looks good.
Well, I don't think he was debating whether or not she looked good. He just thought she didn't look like what a woman, his idea of what a woman should be.
I don't understand it. Like, some people don't.
It's a fucking video game. That's how I feel. Why do you care so much? Are you trying to fuck this character? What are we talking about here?
Not all guys, but like, a lot of people have like weird fantasies that they're trying to fulfill through video game characters, and it just, it's a little odd, honestly. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's very odd to me.
Yeah, it's funny too. His statement is actually completely untrue. I would actually argue that most female characters in video games are actually over-sexualized and very feminine.
Yeah.
Like, look at all the skins in video games. It's always chicks wearing bikinis or like armor that doesn't make sense. It's just armor on her titties, but then her stomach's open and shit. It's like, what if she takes a bullet to the stomach? You know what I'm saying? So like, I would actually argue that most women are like very sexualized, and that comes from the fact that most game developers nowadays are men, so they're kind of projecting their fantasies onto these characters.
Yeah, and then also, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, I don't know if he's been with a woman or not.
Probably.
Just saying, but like, we also don't look like that all the freaking time.
Yeah, especially when she starts getting comfortable, that's when the bonnet come out.
I came out in the living room yesterday, I have a bonnet on. I was like, hello.
Yo, Shorty got
sleepy.
the bonnet on. She be burping around me and shit, bro. I was like, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna have a rough time if he ever gets a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So he's probably like one of those guys that has like a whole list. She must have her nails done at all times. Her hair must look like this. She must be under this weight. Her boobs must be this huge. Her butt must be this huge. Her stomach must be this flat. Like, he's probably one of those guys.
He probably looks like the dude from the World of Warcraft episode of South Park. The fat guy that was sitting at the computer.
Cartman. He's just like shitting into his bucket.
No, not Cartman. The dude that was harassing them. Oh, that episode. That was the KFC episode.
No, the World of Warcraft one where
that was the World of Warcraft.
He was pooping in the bucket.
Yeah, I remember
his
that.
His mom
yeah.
was like bringing it to him.
I remember that.
So,
I was talking about the big dude, but yeah, we can go with that too.
I know, the one that's sitting sideways like this.
Yeah, the meme. Yeah. It's always those dudes that are always talking about like what women look like.
Well, they always complain about what women look like, and it's funny because those women would never go for them anyways.
Yeah, those are the dudes that be subscribed to OnlyFans. It's one of those things. It's like we were kind of talking about it at dinner. How like I don't really feel the need to share a lot of. I haven't tweeted in 3 days. I don't really tweet a lot. I don't feel the need to share my opinion. And it's one of those things that's like, okay, you feel that way, bro. I don't agree with it, but just leave it in the draft. There's some things that's like, you got to learn to pick your battles. What did you think you were going to get out of this conversation?
No, he put star, cough, cough, star.
Do you believe that people should have to take a test in order to use the internet?
No.
Fair enough. I just wanted to pick your brain on that. Like,
yeah, I mean, if they have a stupid ass opinion, the internet's gonna roast the fuck out of them anyways.
fair enough. Fair enough. Like I was thinking, like like a driver's license to use the internet, because the internet is giving a voice to the village idiot, bro. The village idiot used to be contained in San Antonio. Now they're everywhere.
Oh, fucking whatever.
You get what I'm saying? Like the village that used to be contained
yeah.
in your neighborhood. Now with the power of Twitter and Instagram or whatever, anybody can say anything about anyone or anything. And it's like, yo, what are you talking about, dude?
Oh yeah, but people are definitely the jury. Like, fucking destroy you.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, do those people care enough to actually change? Like, what is that? What does it get both sides? Them attacking him and him saying stupid shit.
Probably not, because from the people that I've met or like known like that, they think that everybody else is wrong.
Yeah.
So then nothing changes.
Everything stays the same. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. I wrote down some questions.
Okay.
We took some questions from my Instagram. The first one comes from that boy, and he says, "Who makes the move on the third date, the man or the woman?"
Wait, what move are we talking about?
I don't know. Making out, sex. I don't know what the fuck. He didn't specify. Let's go with kissing. Let's just go with that.
You know, that one's hard to say. Because I feel like you really have to have the ability to read the fucking room.
I'm not going to give no political correct answer. Right? Was that your answer?
No, I'm saying like you have to read the room, because I've had guys that I have absolutely no interest in at all.
You're actually about to prove my point, but go ahead.
Be
finish.
like, let me give one example. So this one guy wanted me to help him shoot video and photo of him at the gym. Mm-hmm. I hope he never watches this. So he wanted me to shoot a photo and video of him at the gym. Mm-hmm. So I did video and everything, and I was gonna do it just for free so I could like practice, and so he could have something for his like gym page on Instagram. And we finished filming. He kept like trying to grab my hips or whatever, and I kept like stepping away, obviously like not wanting that or whatever. And then at the end I was like putting my camera and stuff in the car, and he's like, "Oh, I could do it for you." And then I was like, "Cool, thanks." So he like put my stuff in the car, and then he like tried to kiss me. Ew. And I moved my head because I was like, ew. And he was like, "I've been waiting to do that." And then I was like, ew. And then he tried again. I'm just like, read the fucking room. I mean, I guess if you're on the third date with someone.
To be fair, though, that doesn't really answer his question either. That was
what was the question?
That was some weirdo that you were describing.
He's no, that's happened dating, multiple times.
But he's talking about dating, mutual interest, though.
You know, I don't like to kiss on the first date.
Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe wait. Maybe wait until the second.
I think read the room is probably the best part of the answer that you said.
Yeah, because she'll probably look at you for a little bit longer when you guys are saying bye. I think it should be obvious.
Cool. So you finished with your politically correct answer?
What do you mean?
You want to hear mine? Fellas, listen to me. I got you.
I'm squinting my eyes really hard looking at you.
I'm about to say the real shit, bruh.
All right. You
make the move based off of reading the room. For some dudes, it might be the first date. For some, it might not be to the 4th, 5th, 6th date. There are some men that women will bust it wide open for the first date, and I'm one of them, the auntie slayer. But you might have to wait till the 3rd date. It all depends on her interest level. Me personally, I don't deal with women that don't show high interest. But I feel like where a lot of men mess up is they deal with a lot of men, unfortunately, I feel like they look at a beautiful woman on the street and they'll be like, "Oh, she's beautiful. She's mine." Or they'll create like a whole fantasy in their head, like, but she doesn't even know this dude exists.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they'll pursue after them, and then they'll get their heart broken, realize that she was never even interested in you. But me personally, I deal with women that give me those signals, those choosing signals.
Yeah.
That way you're working with something and you're not wasting your time. But I feel like a lot of dudes waste their time. So if you're dealing with a woman where you have to build up her interest, it's probably going to take a few dates. If she even develops a level of attraction with you. If you want to skip past all that bullshit, stop chasing every fucking skirt and just focus on who's interested in you. If there are no women interested in you, then you need to evaluate why. That's on you. You need to work on yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn.
Everybody's different.
Damn. I'm out here. So I would say, what you said, read the room.
That's probably the most important part.
Yeah, that shit you just described.
You're trying to get hit.
That's weird. That's fucking weird that like dudes do that stuff.
That's happened multiple
bad.
times.
I feel bad that like some of y'all have to go through that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to do it. That actually sounds like the dude that I just described, where he created an entire fantasy in your head. He thought you were beautiful. So then he was like, oh man, she's beautiful. I love her. And she's going to be my girl. And then when he got you alone, he thought him just being forward. Because I think some guys think if they're just forward, that's confidence.
Oh, like that guy that I didn't, it wasn't even a date. Like I hung out with him and he was talking about how he slept with like 80 people or something.
You never told me that story. What?
I did tell you that story. He was talking about how he slept with like 80 people off Tinder.
You didn't tell me that story. Tell me that one.
I'll tell you later.
Oh, is that bad?
Oh, he likes watching you.
Hey yo. Hey, oh wait, I think I might remember that story. Okay, I think I know why you don't want to talk about. Hey yo. Anyways, yo, Shorty is funny. But yeah, I would say that just read the room. If you feel like you're not confident in making that move on her, you probably need to evaluate why. She's probably not that interested in you. Because usually you can tell. Women be staring at your lips. They all in your personal space and shit like that. You can tell when a woman wants to kiss you.
They'll make it obvious.
Yes, ma'am. There you go.
Well, not all the time, but most of the time. Like a double hiccup.
Shout out to Evil Hiccup.
She's beautiful.
See. Next question comes from Trizzy, and he says, how do you help someone who needs help but doesn't want it?
Honestly, what I've learned is that they have to want it on their own. It's no matter what you tell them, like you could give them advice no matter what you tell them, but at the end of the day, it has to be them making the decision to change. You
got to learn the art of not giving a fuck. Unfortunately, you can't save. I believe in natural selection. You cannot save everyone. In order for some of us to succeed, that means that some of us fail. And that means you need to make up your mind on which side of the field you want to play in. I don't believe in this gray area when it comes to like certain things. So if like you continuously try to help that person and they don't want to help themselves, it doesn't make you a bad person for letting them go. There's such thing as loving someone from afar.
Yeah.
And I think you got to learn to love people from afar. Let them fall on their fucking face. And if they're intelligent, when they fall on their face and they hit their rock bottom, fucking, they're going to change. Like me, like I knew I was fucking fat. Like I looked in the mirror, I saw this shit every day, but I didn't decide to lose weight until I ordered fucking 2 large fries and 2 McFlurries from McDonald's at 3 a.m. I ate that shit. I went to sleep 3:30. I woke up. I had heartburn and I threw up all over the fucking bathroom floor. I was crying and shit like that. I looked in the mirror. I said, hey, B. I was like, this ain't me, bro. This is not me. I had to do that. People in the chat was telling me. People in the comments. Y'all tell me every day, yeah, you fucking fat. I know I'm fat, bitch. The fuck? But I had to go through that thing myself before I was like, you know what? I'm going to get myself together. So let them fall on their face, bro, and focus on you. The best thing you can do is lead by example.
Yeah, because I noticed usually when you are trying to help someone and they're not wanting to change or like take the help or do that for themselves, you're usually putting a lot of your energy and draining yourself and stressing yourself out. And at what point do you need to stop?
Because there is such thing as spiritual vampires. I believe in that. Like they
suck
will
the energy right out of you.
Yes, sir. And next thing you know, you looking like SpongeBob when his muscles deflated, and then Larry the Lobster and everybody laughed at him. What? That was a serious episode.
Oh yeah, I know.
Over here trying to get his man life advice and shit. And you laughing about Larry the Lobster and fucking inflated muscles. Come on, man. Krusty Krab.
The pizza
is the pizza for
you and me.
That's a bar. So hopefully that one helped.
Yeah.
Let's see. Walking Energy, he said, why did you get the vaccine? Did you get vaccinated? She's not vaccinated.
I'm not vaccinated.
All right. So the reason I got the vaccine is I heard once you get the vaccine, you get access to the Mega Man Battle Network. So they injected me. Shut up, I'm talking. Freaking, they injected me, and I got the 5G tower implanted into my arm. So you know what's funny? Real talk, tell the truth. When I would come to San Antonio, I couldn't even make a phone call. She couldn't even pick me up from the airport because the cell towers were so bad. I got the vaccine. Now I can make a phone call.
It wasn't the vaccine. It was my braces that boosted the 5G.
You stupid. The Wi-Fi.
It's a Wi-Fi extender in my mouth.
So hopefully that helped. Anyways.
The reason. Oh, you never.
Go ahead. Don't lie.
I don't even want to get into it. No.
Oh,
the reason that I didn't. No, I'm not a conspiracy theory. What the word?
Tinfoil hat time.
No. I'm just scared.
Really? What are you scared? No,
I
that's
don't.
I'm not
I
gonna make
just
funny of that.
don't know like what it's gonna do to me in 10 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
So
there's the research. We only have the data on like maybe like I don't know like
what a lot of people don't know. So the COVID-19 virus is a strain of there's it goes in line. There's an 18, 17.
yeah.
There
There's
was
different yeah. It
yeah. So like
evolves.
they were already working on vaccines because they're all family. They were already working on vaccines, and then it just kind of got accelerated. But the thing is, I don't feel like the media did a good job of explaining that to people. So I understand it kind of came across as like this vaccine came out of nowhere, but it had already been in the works. So
Yeah.
I understand.
I think I need to do more research on the different ones to see like which one I really am thinking about doing. Because right now I'm thinking about doing Pfizer, but
That's the one I got.
yeah, but I would, like I'd like to read a little bit more. I personally, I get scared of that, and I have like a phobia of needles. Like it's a whole thing. So it's just
You one of those people that pass out when you get a shot?
I pass out when I get my blood drawn. I just make the fucking nurse's job. Oh my god! I just you just like I don't even know what that was, but I make the nurse's jobs harder. I'm so sorry. I had to lay down when I get my blood drawn. I don't think I could get.
It's not like a fucking exorcism.
Okay, look. Next topic. Next topic.
Freaking yeah, do your research. I got the Pfizer one. I didn't get sick on shot 1 or 2, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at your answer. Do your research. Whatever. Next one. Next question. It comes from Ava, and she says, "What are some dating red flags?" You should be pretty good at this one.
Ava. I'm glad you asked.
Go ahead.
Men that no. Let's generalize this.
No, it's fair because you're a woman.
I'm not talking about men. But okay, yeah.
You can
do the women. I'll do the men. But I could go either way.
Mm.
So people that are not even with you that get super possessive about who you're hanging out with, where you're going, what you're doing. Yeah, so very controlling. If they seem like they're hiding something, people that are rude to service workers, people that get up and get water in the middle of podcasts.
You can still hear me.
I guess people that talk shit about their friends. Honestly, there's a lot.
I think
people that are gonna come see you.
if I can answer one,
Yes,
they kind of thank you. Something that's kind of like talking shit about their friends. If I can kind of tweak it a little bit, watch what people say about their exes too. Especially if they don't know you like that, you just met them. Someone who's constantly like bashing all their exes and like playing the victim, they're usually the toxic person.
I mean, my exes are very toxic.
Yeah, they are, but you don't spend your entire day bashing them. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Oh, no.
Victimization is what I'm saying. It's like when you're always the victim in a story, to me that always is like a red flag. Be like, you never did anything wrong. And when you find if you question those people, usually it's that person was toxic, but then also the person that's explaining the story was equally toxic too.
Yeah, and also it's like that Ariana Grande song. And
the 69 one?
No, not that one.
I like that song.
It's on a different album. It's a different song. I can't remember exact. It's called In My Head, so you can go listen to the lyrics. But she's talking about how she fell in love with potential instead of what they were actually showing or doing. Because if they're not going to do it now, they're probably not going to do it later. And then somebody that's driven because you don't want to be their entire life, because if you're the center of someone's entire existence, one, they're probably going to be like controlling because they don't got anything else to do during the whole fucking day. But two, like you want someone to have their own life, their own friends, their own experiences.
Fellas, avoid a woman that's constantly talking about her fucking ex. And actually, that can go both ways, to be honest. Dudes, too.
Yeah, I think if they mention it here or there, but if they're like really like in their feelings about it or something, don't be a rebound.
If you, like when you two first meet and you first start hanging out and dating, if they're constantly bringing up their ex, run for the fucking hills.
Oh, yeah, don't do it.
If it's a committed relationship and you guys are talking about relationships, that's not the same thing. Like you're just talking about you have a rapport with that person.
Yeah.
But like if you just met and they're constantly talking about their ex, they're not over them and they're just using you as a band-aid and they're probably going to go back to their ex.
I went on a date with a guy. I think it was like 1 or 2 dates with a guy, and never. You'll hear me say I went on a date with a guy because I never get very far. But I went on like 1 or 2 dates with this guy, and then he turned around and told me that he wasn't over his ex yet.
How many days did you go on with?
Like 2.
I mean, at least he was honest and he didn't
He
string
was
you along.
honest, but then he tried to come back later, and I was like, I'm good.
So you were his backup plan then.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be somebody's back. Don't be anybody's backup plan. Don't do it.
Absolutely.
Don't do it.
It's gross. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
I'm sure there's a lot.
There's a lot, but I can't think of them like off the top of my head.
If you
right now.
think it's a possibility of like, is this a red flag? Yes.
Also,
Yes.
if they wanted to, they would.
They really would.
Yeah, like
yeah, we get busy and stuff, but like there's still 24 hours in a day.
yeah. When people really want to hang out, if someone's really into you, it's kind of like that high interest thing I was saying to you. They'll make the effort. They always want to hang out with you because like there's been times where like I've had to damn near beg somebody to hang out with me, and I remember one time me and you were talking.
Tell you about that too.
Yeah, I remember one time me and you were talking, and like you said you wanted to come visit me because I was feeling kind of down. And that shit kind of fucked me up in the head. It threw me up. I'm like, yeah, this chick lives in San Antonio. She's like, I'll come this weekend. Versus like the person that you're dating, it's like they don't even want to see you. So it's like, don't. I'm speaking from experience. Don't even deal with that type of stuff.
Yeah, I literally dated somebody like that. They wouldn't even want to drive 45 minutes to come see me.
And you're just gonna end in heartache, bro. It might be cool at first, but
it's the longer you go, the worse it's probably gonna hurt. Also, don't do it to yourself. Don't get attached.
Always make your purpose first.
Yeah.
Not the person. Keep doing what you were doing that attracted that person in the first place. If you want to keep the attraction high,
don't lose yourself.
Because the moment you just focus on that person, the moment you lose your way, and then their eyes are going to start wandering, and they're going to start looking at somebody who is focused on their purpose.
Yeah, don't lose yourself for someone.
Unless you're listening to Eminem, then you can lose yourself in the music, the moment.
The right person will cheer you on, and will make sure you don't lose yourself.
That's a fact. That's all I got for that one. You got anything else?
Oh, that was all the questions?
No, I got a couple more.
Oh, okay.
Frono says, what changed your mind on why you can't have female friends? I just want to hear your thoughts on like men and women being friends.
I think it can happen. If you're mature, it can happen. You have self-control. It can happen. And like, what if I had like 10 guy friends? I'm not going to like all of them. Damn.
Yeah, you won't. But like, I think the female experience is different from the male. Men by nature are hunters, and they want to have a lot of sex because of the high testosterone. So I think it's harder on the man side than it is for the woman.
Well, if they don't respect my boundaries of only wanting to have a friendship, then I don't want them in my life.
I feel that. You probably won't like my answer, but I realized that I could be friends with women that I don't want to have sex with, and that doesn't mean they're not attractive because
You can't?
I can't. No, when I say can't, I mean like not she won't have sex with me, but like what I meant is like I'm not interested in having sex with them, if that makes sense.
Why wouldn't I like that answer?
I don't know. So I feel like because it's not politically correct. Because like the thing about that answer is,
wait, what? I think men and women can be friends and not have any sexual interactions.
some people don't. I used to think like that. Like I think what I realized was I just don't be wanting to hear females' problems all the fucking time.
You're saying I'm so confused as to what you're saying.
So what I was really just saying is I realized if I have no desire to have sex with you, then I can be her friend. We can be, if I have a desire to have sex with you and she doesn't want to have sex with me, like we can like, you know, casually like talk or whatever, but like you're not going to tell me all your problems and I'm going to give you all my non-sexual energy basically. But and the thing is like the woman doesn't have to be unattractive, like, cause there's plenty of attractive women that I don't want to have sex with. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. So like I can be friends with women that like I'm just generally not interested in like dating or like whatever. Like that's kind of.
Why wouldn't I agree with that?
I don't know. Because I'm not a politically correct person, and a lot of women would get mad at that fucking answer.
Why?
We had a conversation yesterday about how some women literally just chastise women for men for no fucking reason, and you had a hard time believing that. I know it's
So
really.
that's why I'm confused as to why you're saying I wouldn't like that answer.
I don't know.
Your answer.
Sometimes you be looking at me like I'm crazy when I begin.
Your opinion's your opinion.
How do you feel about my opinion?
It's fine.
I feel that. It is what it is. Somebody said, what's an obstacle that forced you to get out of your comfort zone?
Being homeless.
What are some of the trials and tribulations you faced?
While being homeless?
Mm-hmm.
Like not having a place to live.
That goes without saying. I know, we shouldn't even laugh at that. Like, if you said you're homeless, I'm pretty sure we know you didn't have a home.
Well, that was like the hardest part, like finding places to sleep where you wouldn't get in trouble.
Couch surfing.
Yeah, but then I was like couch surfing. I also kind of like am weird about talking about it because I don't ever want my mom to like hear it because I know it like hurt her.
But it's your truth though.
Yeah, but yeah, so I was like couch surfing. I was like staying with people that I didn't even know. At that point, you're not really thinking, like you just want a place to sleep. Because that, like, I felt like I couldn't sleep. And even when I got to the point of getting a car and sleeping in my car, I still wasn't able to like sleep comfortably. And not just because like it physically sucked to sleep in there, but I was always like sketched out that someone was gonna like try to come to my window, or I was gonna like get caught sleeping in my car.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, just like not being able to afford food. Like sometimes I'd only be able to eat like an avocado and a piece of bread.
Right. And you thugged it out and you made it work.
Yeah. And then even when I was working and I had my job and I was like working, I still wouldn't eat lunch sometimes. Or I'd like skip meals and stuff. So like that made me a lot more thankful for things that I have too.
Okay. Freaking. I was actually, I don't know if I told you, it wasn't long, but I was like homeless for like 2 weeks when I was in college. Yeah.
I think you did tell me that story.
Yeah. When I went to university, Arkansas Pine Bluff, my parents dropped me off. I was unfamiliar with anything from Arkansas. They dropped me off and they was like, all right, good luck. And I went to go check in for the dorm and they were already gone. But by the time I came out, I found out when I was in the dorm, basically they overbooked on the dorms. They didn't have any more dorm space. So then they were like, good luck. And like I was literally just sitting on campus. And I remember I was sitting like in the center of the campus where like the fountain was or whatever. And like I was like crying because my parents were like gone. I don't even think I had I might have had a cell phone, but like it was like limited minutes. I don't know if because cell phones weren't really like, iPhone was still new. iPhone came out 2007. I was in college like 2009, something like that. So like, yeah, I didn't really have a phone like that. Like, and I remember I was sitting there in the middle of the campus, like crying with just like all my shit, thinking I'm about to get robbed in the middle of fucking Arkansas. And like some dude walked by me, swear to God, some dude walked by me. He was like, hey man, he's like, you okay? And I was like, no. And he was like, what's wrong? And he was like, I just found out they overbooked on the dorms. They told me good luck. And like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Is like, I don't know anybody down here because I'm from DC. I'm a city kid down here in the fucking sticks, bruh. And he was like, oh, he was like, they overbooked on the dorms. He's like, yeah, that happened to me too. He was like, well, he's like, yeah, lucky for me. He's like, my grandma and grandpa live on the other side of town. He was like, you want to come stay over there? I was like, you don't even know me, bro. And he was like, I know, but he's like, you need help. That shit like gets me choked up sometimes. Like even he was like, yo, he's like, you need help. I was like, okay. Hopped in the car with him. I stayed with him and his grandparents for 2 weeks, and it was cool too because it turned out his grandparents were from DC. So then we got to it was like a guardian angel, like fucking he came and like helped me out, and his grand so we bonded over that, them being from the city and shit, and like I was always thankful for that. But like I don't know what would have happened if because my parents were like hours down the road and shit like that. And like the way they are, they probably have been like, I don't think my parents knew that happened. They would have probably been like, figure it out. So that kind of fucked me up in the head, just being able to adapt. And then when I had moved out of my parents' house, when I was a preschool teacher, they didn't want me to move out. Well, my dad didn't want me to move out at least. Fucking just living in the hood and just living amongst the rats and the roaches. It was always roaches in my fucking apartment, bro. That shit like fucked me up in the head. That shit will motivate you, bro. Fucking I would say there's literally times where I was recording videos and like there would be a roach crawl across my foot and I would have to get up and I would get scared and stop like mid recording and shit like that.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, I remember one time I was on my way to work. I opened the door and a stray cat bolted through my fucking apartment and I had to chase a stray cat out of my apartment. Disgusting. Motherfuckers used to be behind my apartment. because my apartment there was like a forest behind it,
Yeah.
and like there's like a sidewalk, and motherfuckers used to be behind there shooting dice and shit like that behind my window. And like if I had the window open, I was always scared to leave it open because they would see my computer equipment and stuff like that. They'd be shooting dice and like smoking weed and shit like that. Motherfuckers were shooting over there and shit. That stuff will fuck you up in the head, bruh.
Oh my God.
It'll motivate you to get right. So that's what motivates me, just being in like a bad situation.
It really pushes you to get out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize how much of a comfortable life they live now. Motherfuckers is born and have an iPad. That shit is so weird to see. Fucking 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. They got everything they want. They don't gotta want for anything. So then why would you be motivated and you feel lost?
Yeah, I could see that.
Throw me in the deep end, bro. That's how I feel. So that's what helped me come out of my comfort zone. Just trying to get out of my parents' house as soon as possible. You were kind of forced out, right?
Yeah, like at 17.
Yeah, similar but different situations. But end result is look where you are now. You living on the nice side of the fucking San Antonio and shit, bro. I remember the first time I walked in Zae's apartment. I said, "Oh, she got money."
My first apartment that I got on my own was really sketchy, and it had a lot of roaches. Also,
I heard your stomach growl.
they didn't. I think my rent was like $500.
Damn, you was living in the projects?
Like, it was scary. I remember when I finally reconnected with my mom and we were talking, I brought her to my apartment because I came home one day and there was hundreds of bees flying around my apartment and I didn't know what to do in that situation. So I called my mom and she like came over, and she had never seen my apartment at this point because I already knew she'd be like, "Oh my God." And she started crying when she saw where I was living. So,
she said, "You live like
but
this?"
like at the same time, I love that little gross, dusty, crusty.
Because it was yours.
It was mine. I had my computer set up in there, and we would play. You and I played Apex a few times.
You sure about that? Are you talking about the apartment that you just moved out of? The one before that?
That one.
We just started playing Apex together. Are you sure about that? Were you sure it wasn't something else? How long did you live in that apartment before you moved into this one?
5 months. It was when we kind of stopped talking.
Ah.
It was like right before we stopped talking.
I didn't know you were in another apartment. Down bad.
My apartment was so bad. And I was sleeping on this like little like couch futon. It wasn't really even a futon. It was a couch that folded in half. And like I would wake up, my back would hurt. Shit was horrible.
I feel bad. I didn't even
have sheets on it. Yeah, it was okay. I sold it for $70.
Fucking, that's crazy. And I mean, look at you now. Like, soon as I walked in your apartment, yo, listen, y'all. When first time I walked in her apartment, I said, "Oh yeah, her credit score is at least 700." I said, "You got money."
That was something that I worked on really hard. Hey. I'm not gonna lie, my fucking credit score was like a 400.
Right now?
No. I fucking ruined that shit when I was homeless.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think I mentioned that like on the last podcast. Yeah, my credit was. Damn, I didn't know it could go that low.
And look at it now. You said your credit was playing limbo. How low can it go?
Shit, they're about to like just like be like, "You don't deserve to have a social anymore. Just take that shit."
And look at you now. It's over 9,000.
Yup.
So I mean, yeah. I think the answer I think both of us gave is put yourself in a situation. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah, and don't stop. Don't give up. You'll get where you want to go.
Last but not least, somebody asked, "What's one thing that makes friendships last forever?"
Honesty, communication. That's not one thing, but I think it's multiple things. Being very like open and having communication is important because it's like the same thing like relationships. Your friends are not going to know that they said or did anything wrong if you don't tell them.
I think to tweak what you said too, also be open to honesty, criticism.
A lot of people get defensive.
Yep.
I've had a lot of past friends that would get defensive, or they wouldn't be like appreciative of things that I've done for them. Because I always, like, for my friends, I try to go out of my way as much as I can.
Right. And when you're not open to that criticism, it's like, am I really your friend if you don't allow me to tell you the truth? Like, there's been plenty of times where there's a term I use of like, I want to fire a nuke. Where like somebody, because it's, it's a lot of grimy people in the gaming community, just fake as fuck. They pretend to be super. I'm telling you, the people that sit on the Twitter timeline and preach super positivity, those be the grimiest motherfuckers behind the scenes. And I've had people do stuff to me, and like it's times where like I would want to send a nuke is the way I would like. I want to like just air people the fuck out and just expose them. And like I'll really write a draft of a tweet, and then I'll copy and paste it, and I'll put it in the group DM and be like, what y'all think? Y'all think I should shoot this nuke? And they'll be like, nah, leave it alone, bro. It ain't even worth it, bro. Like, and that's because my friends in GI check me on that shit, bro. Because I've been involved. I would have been involved in a lot more bullshit. So it's important to be surrounded by those types of people.
Yeah, you definitely have to pick and choose your energy. But it's crazy because like there's people that you would never know or never think would be slimy.
Yeah, but those be the slimiest ones. They're good actors, man. Good actors.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you're not open to hearing, I think it's like constructive criticism about yourself. Like you're just blocking yourself from growing.
Yeah, yeah. And then 20 years down the road, it's gonna be a shoulda, coulda, woulda type situation.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
And then my friend. I'm not going to say his name. He knows who he is. But my friend and I shared a past friend. And she pretty much lost, like, she would just lose friends all the time. And then him and I were having a conversation about it later. And we're like, at what point do you think that she's going to notice that it's her? Because it was.
What Michael Jackson say? Starting with the N-word in the mirror?
I'm staring at the N-word in the mirror.
Which is a meme I learned about today. You got to start with the man in the mirror, bro. Because when you point one finger, fingers are pointing back. I always try to focus on what did I do wrong in the situation, but I think most people don't even think about that.
Yeah, because you can 98% of the time you can solve the problem and move forward. That's the most important thing. There's no point in like dwelling on something or like having any resentment towards the people that you keep around you. It's just not healthy for your own heart.
Be open to different things. You'll learn a whole lot more. I feel like you and I disagree on a handful of things, but like it's never been like disrespectful, and we're still always cool afterwards. And I feel like I learn a lot from your perspective, and you learn things from mine.
Yeah. There's some things I would have never known.
It's called being a fucking adult.
Yes, sir.
And that's all I got on the show notes. Are you tired of talking?
I'm tired of talking.
Cool. Well, make sure to rate this podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts because it's fucking fire. We're coming out with more episodes. I don't know the link to the YouTube channel because we don't have a custom link yet, but we're available on Spotify. Take us there. Follow us on social media. Mine is Mr. _ I keep it real on Twitter. Yours is what?
At Zaea Jae.
Bling, bing, bong, bong. When's the next episode? I'm not sure, but there will be another one. We'll figure it out, especially if there's a demand for it. So we'll see you guys on the next episode of
Loosely Outlined.
There's the energy. All right. Throw Todd or something. What are you supposed to do in the ending? You guys would do something.
5-year anniversary.
Shout out to Give y'all.